Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some Christmas present ideas or gift ideas for toddlers, specifically thinking about 2 to 3 year olds because that is the age of my son. I've done a few videos like when he was a bit younger about the toys I was buying, so go and check those videos out if you haven't seen them before. Also, a lot of these things will be suitable if your toddler or child is a bit younger than 2 or if you've got a slightly older one as well. I'm also going to show you some toys that I recently bought from Aldi because Aldi have got so many nice wooden toys. Literally, I could have bought loads, pretty much everything that they had in the shop. There's so much nice stuff, but it's all online as well. But yeah, I'll be showing you what I've bought for Arthur too. So if you are new and you don't already know, then my son Arthur is 2. He does turn 3 in January. So birthday and Christmas are very, very close together. So this is why I have just come up with a huge list of ideas. It's not to say he's going to be receiving every one of those. And also some of them are ideas that we're going to give to other family members for them to buy for Arthur if they've asked for it. So there's a lot to get through. Let's get into it. So the first idea that I have is to buy your toddler a camera, their very own camera, and you can get some really, really good ones. Not too expensive either. There's one that I want to get, I think it's about £30. I think it comes in a couple of colours as well. But it's just fab. I just think now that Arthur is getting a bit older, he is interested in taking pictures on our phone, but he's never really seen a camera before. But he does have a cousin who's a little bit older than him who's had one, and he's been really interested in that. So I think he would love that. And just to say, I will leave links for everything that I'm talking about in the description box below. So to be honest with you, you don't need to watch the whole video. You could just have a little scroll in the description box. But yeah, please stay watching if you want to see, because I'll show you little like clips and things of what I'm talking about. You could also buy some sort of play tent or play den. You can get very cheap ones. One's about £20–30. You can probably buy even cheaper ones actually in shops like B&M, things like that. You can buy little teepees. There's just loads of different ones, but I think it's lovely because they can sit in there, they can get all cozy. You can make it like a little nice reading spot somewhere in the house, or you can like play with it, pretend it's a fort. Yeah, they'll be great for toddlers. Role play and imaginative play is definitely coming more apparent with Arthur, I think, this age. So anything to do with that really, but things like kitchen, which he already has, and I know that I've mentioned this before on my channel, but if you don't already have a kitchen, that's a really good one. Anything that goes with that, so obviously you need to buy things to go with it anyway, but also kind of separately you can buy like a little tea set, you know, you can buy like cakes, pretend cakes that you cut up. I saw Aldi had one actually, which I really wanted to buy. So anything like that. Also a mud kitchen. So again, this is something that was on our list last year and it's on our list again this year. And originally we're thinking, right, we're definitely going to get it, but then our garden's very small, so we're not sure, but you can buy them. Sometimes they're very expensive. You can actually make them, I think, from pallets, but I have found a couple that are like £50, so they're not overly expensive. Obviously it would be like a main present for us, but yes, I definitely think something like that. Arthur went to some sort of like mud play, like a forest school activity during the Halloween week, which he really loved, so that's why we thought a mud kitchen would be great for him. The next idea I have is Magnatiles. So if you put them in front of a window or on the floor where light is coming through, it looks really, really lovely. It's kind of like a stained glass effect, I suppose. But yeah, they're just great, and it's something that I've been wanting to buy for Arthur for a while. I think they were actually on my Christmas or Christmas birthday list last year, but we obviously bought other things. So hopefully they will be bought this year. Something that I've heard a lot about is a Tony. So it's kind of, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's kind of where you can, it's like a device, but you can listen to books. So it's audio books that you can listen to. There's like little characters that sit on it as well. So this is something which is quite expensive, I believe. I will try and find like the cheapest one and link that below. However, I have heard a lot of people say that their toddler loves it or that their young child. You can also buy, I think there's another make, but I think apparently the Tony is better for the younger ones. But yeah, it's fab. I'm sure it would last them for a while. But it's kind of hard because for me, we love reading actual books. So I don't know, and I really enjoy that time with him. So I'm not really sure, but to be honest with you, it's something that we probably won't be buying ourselves, but it is an idea. If you think your child would like it, then that I think is a great idea for toddlers. And speaking of book, that has to be an idea in itself. We love reading, Arthur loves reading, and I think they're great. So we do have quite a few books that have, you know, like a decent amount of words in, if you know what I mean. It's not just like a couple of words. He can sit and listen to a good story. He loves Thomas the Tank Engine, so we've got a lot of those. A range of books that we really like reading to Arthur are the Katie books. So this one is Katie in Scotland, but there's Katie and the Dinosaurs, Katie and the Sunflowers. A lot of them are based around the little girl Katie going somewhere like a museum and like things come alive like the dinosaur ones. But they're brilliant, they're really lovely books. They have got really nice illustrations in and quite a lot of words, but Arthur seems to follow it really well. We actually get a lot of our books second hand. You can get really good condition books like on eBay. Obviously you can buy them new, but he loves those. Arthur also likes Postman Pat books as well. These are just her second hand ones, so they're looking slightly tatty. And then we are also currently loving Mr. Men books and the Little Miss books. They're great. More building things, so anything with blocks, stickle bricks as well, which I know I have mentioned at some point. Anything like that is great for this age, and I think even this is definitely one, because Arthur has had blocks since he was 1 year old, so you can definitely get ones that are kind of, they are slightly older, but yeah, I think like children of all ages love building towers. Now I was actually just heading up the stairs bringing some of these with me, but Arthur spotted me and he wanted them back. But these are Lanka Kade, or the make is Lanka Kade, and they're wooden animals. They have also got sets as well, and like you can buy maybe like a box of 6, which works out cheaper, or you can buy like sets. There's like a zoo set and it comes with a background, but it's basically just wooden animals, but they're really beautiful. They're very tactile, they're really nice size to hold, and I just think they're beautiful. They're a few pounds each, but if you buy the pack then obviously it does work out cheaper, but they're lovely, and Arthur just loves to, again, it's that like imaginative play that he really loves doing. But yeah, I just think that's a lovely gift. Even if you just buy one and it's in a stocking, then maybe you can like build up their collection another time. But Lanka Kade animals are lovely. So something else on our list for Arthur is a balance bike. So he has one which I think is, I don't know, it's almost like a tricycle I suppose, because it just balances by itself. But you know, like we kind of are thinking about moving on to a proper balance bike where it's just 2 wheels and, you know, literally if you put it on the floor it will go to one side, you know what I mean? So they really have to like put both legs on the ground and really balance. I think that's really good for developing their gross motor skills. So we are thinking about buying that for Arthur, maybe for Christmas or birthday. Obviously you need to get a helmet as well with that. You could also buy a scooter. I've seen lots of young children like whizzing around on scooters. I think they're really great too. Arthur loves ice cream and he also loves Play-Doh, so we have got a ice cream cart which he's had for a little while, so he loves that. But we are thinking about getting a Play-Doh ice cream set. There's a couple of different ones, and there's loads of different Play-Doh sets you can get, which I'm sure you know about already, but that is one that we're going to get for Arthur. An idea which I'm really excited about is Kinetic sand, and I found this set where you kind of open up the box, you've got the sand, which is great because it's kinetic sand, so it kind of sticks together, you can mould it really well, and this set comes with diggers, which is amazing because Arthur will love that. I think this is one of my like favourite ones, and actually we've said, because a family member asked what they could get Arthur and we gave them this idea, but actually I kind of regret it because I think, oh, I would have liked to have bought that myself and like taken the credit for it, because I think he will love it. But yeah, kinetic sand, all things they can like play with. There's a bit of like, you know, different texture sand that you can play with, and yeah, this one is brilliant, but there's lots of different sets you can buy. So I was also talking about imaginative play and role play, so along with that is fancy dress, so getting some costumes and then also sets. So this is something that I bought from Aldi. I think it was £9.99. They had a different one, so this is obviously a doctor's one. There was also like an office worker one, which I think he would love because he loves seeing my husband on his laptop. There was like a post office one, but yeah, this was just a doctor's bag and it's got different, you know, I haven't even opened it properly, but like a stethoscope. This is all wooden as well, so it's really lovely. But yeah, it's definitely something that they can play with. You know, Arthur could play this with like his babies, you know, with his dolls and things like that. And then along with this, you could also buy the outfit to go with it. A doll's house is a really nice toddler gift idea as well. We are actually, because I was really looking for a doll's house, Aldi do have one, but the reviews weren't great online. We've actually bought, I think, well, it's not, I think my mother-in-law has bought it. It's like a, I think it's a Fisher Price one. But he was playing with something very similar on holiday and he loved it. It's just, yeah, but it's just a house with characters. Again, it's that imaginative play. Now, this next idea is probably very specific to Arthur, but I'm sure there are a lot of other children that love trains. Arthur loves trains, Thomas the Tank Engine, but just trains in general. So a train track is a great idea. I've been mentioning this for probably about 2 years now on my channel. Arthur has been playing with it like forever. But they're really good. Obviously he can like put the tracks together. He's got loads of different trains that go on it. Then he's got like a different set of trains that don't go on the track that he just will play with on the floor, and he'll just think of different scenarios, and like we can play with him as well. But it's definitely his like most favourite toy ever. But yeah, just like a random selection of trains. So definitely I would recommend a train track or something like that. Aldi also had, I can't remember, like a fire station and like a rocket, which is kind of like on a similar theme, I suppose. Also for Arthur, we want to buy a Cranky the Crane, which is a Thomas the Tank Engine character, a crane. But yeah, it's quite big, but Arthur loves to like pick up things. So it's a crane, so, you know, even if you don't want the train thing, even just buying like a Cranky the Crane like to pick up, I think is quite cool. Another toddler gift idea that I have for Arthur are these colourful jugs. I think there's 6 of them, like rainbow colours. I think they're called Tickit jugs. Might sound a bit random, but I just thought they'd be lovely in the bath. So bath toys in general is a great idea, and I really want to maybe buy some light up bath toys as well, which he loves. You can also buy like marble runs, you know, like pipes, like pipe work sort of things in the bath. That's all great, but I just really wanted jugs because Arthur loves pouring things in general. So you could use these jugs outside, you know, just for like water play. If you've got something outside that you can use that with, like a water table, even a mud kitchen if you're like, you know, if you've got a colourful mud kitchen rather than like a muddy mud kitchen. But I think that I want to use these jugs in the bath for him because I think he will love them, and I think there's £9.99 for the set, but you can also buy like 1 or 2 as well. So my camera cut out then, so hopefully you heard everything about the jugs, but that's that. And then also Orchard Toys are brilliant because they've just got loads of different sort of games, like matching games and colour games. There's a shopping list game as well, and there's lots of different ones like for different ages. So I think they're fab, and they're not too expensive either. So if you just wanted like an extra present, or somebody has asked you for an idea but you've kind of like got everything, I always think something like that is just really helpful. So Arthur has a few of those. Puzzles are also a great idea. Again, Orchard Toys do puzzles, but you can get them from anywhere. Arthur's got like Thomas ones, he's got Postman Pat puzzles, he has got dinosaur puzzles, and he has also got this really big one. We were playing with this the other day, and this is really good. So this is age 3 to 6 years, but he's been playing with that for a while. I mean, he can't do it completely by himself. Even I find it quite hard actually because it's so big and some of the pieces like go in at a weird angle. But yeah, it's a really nice one, and like all these dinosaurs are like their standalone pieces. Yeah, like that. So every dinosaur is like its own piece, which is really cool, and you can tell that's like how big it is, but it's huge. But yes, puzzles are a brilliant one. Things to do with drawing and writing are also a good toddler gift idea. So something like an LCD writing tablet, which Arthur has. It's just something really which you can just write on and draw in, but it's really handy for the car, I find actually, which is why I don't have it to show you because ours is in the car. You can even think about buying clothes, which is obviously something a lot more practical. So Wellington boots, a new coat, a new puddle suit, something like that. You can also buy some really nice cutlery. So I recently bought some Christmas themed cutlery in Asda. It was only £2, so super cheap. I've also bought Christmas like bowl and plate and things like that from Home Bargains. So I think little presents like that are really sweet. I think like the cutlery, for example, would be quite a nice little addition to the stocking. Another practical idea and one which we have got a family member buying for us is a sleeping bag. Sleeping bags are pretty expensive, and obviously you need like, you know, you need different ones, don't you? Different sizes and then different togs. And it is quite costly. So if you have anyone that wants to buy something for you, you could make that suggestion because it's just a really practical one. Paint your own sets are brilliant. Hobbycraft do just the character like ceramic ones, but you can find them pretty much anywhere really. I've bought ones from Asda, B&M, Home Bargains, any like craft shop. I'm sure the Works do them as well. So just paint your own. Arthur loves painting, so anything like crafty I would say is really good at this age. I think Arthur is definitely developing in terms of like, you know, like sticking, gluing and trying to, you know, he doesn't really use scissors that, you know, appropriately yet, but all things like that are really kind of like developing at this age. So I think anything to do with that is a great idea. Another toddler gift idea is a latch board. So Arthur has this, it's quite big and heavy, it's about that big. It's wooden, and yeah, it's just got like 6 different latches. and it's something which is suitable for a lot younger as well, but it's also something which he still likes now. I mean, it's not something that necessarily he would sit and play at for ages, but I thought I'd just mention it because he does have one, and we actually put it away for whatever reason, and then we brought it out and he's been really enjoying playing with it again. Another idea is an Aqua doodle mat. So there's different makes of these, so it's just like you can buy different sizes, but yeah, a mat. It's no mess, so you just have a little like pen, I suppose, with water in it, and it comes out on the mat and then you can see it. If it's dry, it doesn't work, but all that's in the pen is water, so if they put it anywhere else, like, it doesn't matter. I also wanted to show you this, which we have for Arthur. This is a tractor book, so it comes with a little wind-up tractor, which you can see in there. And yeah, it's kind of like a story, but really it's got these like characters which come out, and then it's got 3 different tracks. It's hard to show you because it's so big. Tracks, and the wind-up tractor would just like obviously like go along here, and then these little characters you can kind of like push out and you can stand them up if you want to, and like put them on here, like put it flat obviously like that. But yeah, I just thought it's worth showing you because I think it's something a bit different. Like, I've never really like seen it before, but somebody had bought it for Arthur, and he really loves it. He loves tractors anyway, so yeah, that's definitely a good idea. And let's not forget, it's always a good idea to buy a cuddly toy, and also things like dolls and babies. So I bought this from Asda and not Asda, Aldi. To be honest with you, we didn't really need it. He's got a couple of the Paddington Cuddlies smaller than this, but he really loved it in the shop, and I think 'cause he was tired, he was getting a bit upset, like I couldn't actually put it down. And I thought, and in my head I was thinking, well, maybe I could just buy it for Christmas. And yeah, he has forgotten about it. I think it might have been £12. There was also a Peter Rabbit one as well, which Arthur also likes Peter Rabbit, but he really likes Paddington. I just thought it was a really nice size. I don't think he's got a cuddly toy this big actually. So yeah, cuddly toy, always a good idea. So those are all my present ideas for toddlers, so I hope you enjoyed them. I'm just going to quickly show you what else I bought from Aldi. As I said, I got that Paddington Cuddly toy and that Dotcher set, and I've just got a few more things too. So I bought this. They had loads of these like little vehicles. I think it was £2.99. This is an ice cream van. It says for 18 months plus, so definitely, you know, younger children would enjoy it too. I just thought Arthur loves ice cream and he pretends to be an ice cream man with his cart, so I thought he would quite like this one. Then Arthur loved this in the shop. It's a little wooden chicken coop, and they did have different ones. There was an aquarium. I think it was probably like a dog or a cat sort of kennel as well. It says for 3+, which I guess because some of these pieces are quite small. I think it was £5.99, I think. But yeah, that's the size of it. And it's got a little like chickens. That's how small it is. Like a little chicken in there. It's got a couple of chickens and like a little trough. A little like feeding bowl as well, but I just thought it was really, really sweet. He absolutely loved it when he saw it. And yeah, Aldi have just got so many nice wooden toys in at the moment. It's definitely worth taking a look online, but honestly, there was just so much that I could have bought. The last thing I bought from Aldi, which I want to show you, is this wooden police car. Now I haven't opened this, so I should, because I have heard a lot of people say that when they buy things like this from Aldi, pieces are missing, so definitely check it. And I should have done, but I've obviously just put it away. So I need to check every part is there, but you can apparently phone them and they'll get any missing parts to you. But yes, this was £9.99, so it's just a wooden police car, a couple of characters, a dog, and like a couple of other things as well, like cones and a police tape. And he definitely, as I said, he loves like vehicles. So that concludes this video. There are definitely more ideas, because even in my head I'm thinking, oh yeah, I could have mentioned, for example, like an easel, like a chalkboard. Honestly, there's just so much you can buy for this age. I will link below a couple of other videos that I've done sort of similar, so you can go and watch them. There will be different ideas in that, but that's what I'm going to mention for now, because I could be sat here forever. Also, apologies, like obviously I'm not really like Christmas, we haven't decorated yet, so this doesn't look very Christmassy, does it? But anyway, yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I post lots of mum and toddler related content, so I'd love for you to join me here on my channel. Happy shopping, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone!